Back again with another podcast for you on this beautiful Friday evening. Had a long week of work. Glad it's over so I can relax. Wanted to relax a little bit early with Tequila, Susana, Dominican Maduro cigar. Probably can't see it, but I don't know if I'm going to smoke this same one tomorrow on the Balcony Chronicles, but I just had to go out to my favorite cigar shop and pick up a couple of these Dominican cigars. And it pairs well with the 21-year-old Scotch, which I'm about to taste for the first time. Not bad at all. It pairs very well. And it burns very good. I like it. It's not too flavorful. It has that smoky smoke. You actually taste the tobacco, which is very good. It's a very good cigar. It was highly recommended by the proprietor of the cigar shop that I always patronize. I believe I told you the whole story of how I became a cigar connoisseur, aficionado. And my boys, he's from Cuba, he's Mexican, black and Mexican, he goes to Cuba all the time. And recognize that Cuban root, the Cubans down there is just as close to Africa as Brazilian and Black Americans. Those are our neighbors. Those are our cousins. And I know I had said some things about Africans when they come over to this country, and how they treat Black Americans. Okay? Like I said, it's not just as a whole, they don't really regard us very well. We're not regarded as their brother and sister. We're not regarded as family. Alright? And when you go over there, they will let you know you're not Kenyan. You're not Somali. Alright? You're not South African. You are not. They'll let you know that you are not one of them. Okay? So I just want Black American men and women who are born and raised in this country several generations deep. And I'm talking about 3, maybe 4 centuries deep in this country that we're invested in. I ain't going nowhere. Where am I going to go? Where else are you going to go where you can turn $1 into $1,000? $1,000 into 100,000, and 100,000 into a million. Where else are you going to go in this world where you will be able to do that? You can't do that anywhere but here in the United States. Yeah, I was talking all that back in the 90s when I was growing up. I was talking about that pro-Black back Africa. Let's get the fuck out of my country. Get the fuck up out of here. But my mind was not about, hey, I'm here. There's nothing wrong with my history and my heritage. We contribute a lot to this country. We contribute more than any other immigrant that came off the boat. We should be looked upon as being as prestige, high end. Now, I know most of our people can't get over the psychological scars of what occurred about 150 to 200 years ago. And we're approaching on 200 years removed from slavery. We're approaching 100 years removed from Jim Crow. Legal segregation ending, 1967. We're about almost 40 years away from 100 years of being removed from ending legal segregation. Now, during that time when those crackers were still alive, and I'm talking about the white supremacist crackers, that hardcore white supremacists, that would call you a nigga in your face and dare you to do something about it. Okay? They wouldn't do that now because we got black folks calling each other niggas. We got black folks calling each other coons and jays. I hardly ever see any white men and women calling me a nigga. Because I know I was born in the 20th century. I would still slap the shit out of you. Call me a nigga. What I was alluding to, black folks, is that, particularly black men, when all else fails, your reputation is what's going to pull you through. See, I did a video earlier, a podcast earlier today. I just now posted it about a picture of a young lady with 4 men, different categories of men. There just seems to be 4 different categories. We are looking at 4 different categories of men. We got the simp. We got the friend zone guy who's trying to get in those drawers. But like I said, there's no such thing as a man being placed in the friend zone. Okay? You're either friends with a bitch or you're not. You either start off as friends or you're not. Now, if you're dating a chick and you want to get into that pass and she says no, she's not interested, men usually bring up, hey, can we be friends? I've never once heard a bitch say, you want to be friends? No. Because if they said that to me, I would say, nah, bitch, I don't want to be friends. I got enough friends. I'm cool. I would tell a bitch, what value could you bring into my life as being a friend? I have friends already. Okay? I have my friends. I have my family. What do I need a bitch as a friend for? So we can paint each other's toenails on a Sunday night? Wash each other's hair? Go out to the spa? What the fuck I'm gonna do with a female friend? Now, if I had a female friend before there was no sex involved, we just known each other, and we just grew into that friendship, cool. I'm cool with that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just me, I don't have female friends at all. No, let me take that back. I only have one female friend. And I've known this woman for almost 25 years. Who helped me out when I really needed it. who brought value to my life. And yeah, I'm gonna reward her and spoil her. Okay? So what the fuck if I'm gonna meet somebody off of a dating app? How the fuck is that gonna look? Being friends with this bitch. It's not a good look. So that's why I said the Patreon, and then you got the fourth nigga who's 6 foot tall, obviously over 6 feet tall, 6-pack abs, buff, but they didn't have a category for it. But the woman in that picture was heavily choosing up on it. She was trying to figure out what category is this brother in. She doesn't like the simp, the Urkel type. She doesn't like the goofy guy that's in the friend zone. She definitely don't like the old man. But what do she like? She's interested in that over 6 feet, 6-pack abs, in good shape, but doesn't know what she's about. Doesn't know what he's about. He could have been a pookie. He could have been a college educated. He could have been a PhD student. He could have been a business owner. He could have been working in the trades. A working man. Or it could be a prison Negro. I interpret that as the mysterious man. The man that you can't place in a category. And that's what some of these dating coaches out there, Mr. Lucario and his band of idiots out there said, you gotta have some sort of a mystery. You gotta know more than the bitch. Sinful to pee. I still listen to him. God rest his soul. I hope he's in a good place, man. Sinful to pee. I listen to his shit all some of the time. Sometimes I listen to it. I'm not gonna sit through a 3 hour. I'm not gonna sit through 3 hours of a 3 hour show. But he got some good game about it, man. When you're dealing with American women. In fact, when you're dealing with all women. And what I mean by game is just recognizing that bitch is choosing up on you. Recognizing if the bitch ain't choosing up on you, what the fuck does she want? You have to figure out what the bitch want out of it. And believe it or not, these bitches are so stupid they will tell you. Up front. Like the last bitch I dated. Told me up front that she was all about the money. She didn't say it in all words, but she said it. She ain't paying for shit. She ain't paying for dinner. She ain't paying for drinks. She ain't paying for shit. She'll just sit there, order up a whole bunch of shit, leave you with the bill. That's what she's all about. And it's not all women that are like that. I understand that. The purpose of that video I did this morning is that you as a black man, you have to know your value. You gotta know. You can't be placed in a category by some bitch. Because let me tell you something, the bitch that you're chasing after, there's going to be another bitch that's going to recognize your value as a man. She's going to recognize that about you, and she's going to try to get into your world. She will give you that ultimate respect. She will respect you as a man. She will respect your leadership. She will respect your decision making. That's all it is all about. Fuck love. Fuck romantic love. Give me the respect. See, a bitch is supposed to be loving you or loving up on you more than you loving up on her, because your time is much more valuable than hers. You got shit to do. You got to produce. You got to make money. You got to build. You're the man. You're the most valuable piece on that chessboard. You're the king. The queen is supposed to protect the king in the game of chess. Yeah, the bitch can go anywhere around the board, but her duty is to protect the king. And if a bitch ain't doing that, get rid of her. You have to take a hard look at the bitch that you're sitting next to. Whether it be your wife, your girlfriend, bitch that you're fucking. And you gotta take a good long look at her and see, is this bitch really for me? Is this bitch really down for me? Now, fellas, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, that bitch is gonna do everything she can to get away from you. She will get out of that situation. Well, they all do. Why do you think 70% of women file for divorce? Because suddenly she doesn't like you anymore. She doesn't like who you become. She doesn't like who she envisioned herself with. Yeah, and that's only in the real world. We can all say that most women love cookies and shit. No, they don't. White women love cookies too. Trust me. They love their white cookies too. Don't get it twisted. All of y'all. The cholos out there, they love the cholos. The women out there, the Mexican women, the Spanish women, they love their cholos. Okay? They're riding around in the back of the motorcycle with these motherfuckers. Okay? Okay? White women love. They'll hang out and fuck around with those criminal niggas, the drunk niggas, the motherfuckers that the criminal niggas. Yeah, because motherfucker, there's white criminals out here. But the common denominator is that I can say all of them do, but most of them do grow out of it. And those are the ones that clean up their act and want to be a good wife. All of a sudden, after she was dicked down by 37 niggas. See, and Coach Greg Adams on his show today, he pointed it out very well for women, because women do not have sex for pleasure. They have sex for a wide variety of reasons. Get money, get pregnant, because she can. Get something out of a nigga. There's usually a reason why she's dropping the drawers for you. And she can feel so comfortable dropping the drawers. But like I said, you have to figure that out. But like I said, but getting back to the video that I did this morning, and I wanted to touch on that as well, or just a little bit tonight, is that you have to know your value, black man. You have to recognize that you are valuable. Whether you have a job pushing paper around or pushing shopping carts, you are valuable. Because you're the ones that's going out there making that money. You're the one that's hustling. You're the one that's providing. You're the one that's going to drop dead at 57 of a heart attack because you're working so goddamn so much. But those of you who are not married, or have kids, or anything like that, and you're in my age range, in the early 50s, early to mid 50s, slow down, man. Enjoy your life, man. I don't want you fellas to drop dead on the job, because here's what's going to happen on the job when you drop dead on the job. What they're going to do is they're going, as soon as they haul your dead ass out of the office, family, your relatives is going to pick up some of your personal effects, and the next day on Indeed, it's going to be an advertisement for your position. The next day, and they're going to bring in people to interview for your job in the second week after you're gone. I'm just going to tell you that right now, fellas. See, you have a wild card in this one, fellas. It's your reputation. And I'm going to talk about it tonight. Your reputation is much more important. You can have a good reputation, or you can have a bad reputation. That's why I don't really say that there are good guys or the bad boys. I mean, you have a reputation. Your reputation is who you are. It's what people remember you. Your reputation is the one that you instill trust or distrust in. And if you're known for manipulating people, taking their money, you have a horrible. If you're known for going to jail all the time, 24 times out of the year, 24 times a year, you have a reputation of being a criminal. Ain't nobody's gonna want to deal with you. Not even other criminals are gonna want to deal with you. However, if you go out there and you do the right thing in life, not saying that good things will happen for you, but your reputation, people will say, I've never known Danny to break the law. So it must be some sort of bullshit. Meaning they can't say anything bad about you. They can't. If you have a good reputation on the job, you come in on time, you clock in, you clock out, during lunch, you don't steal. Okay? You don't steal from your employers. You don't get involved in none of the office politics, the office gossip. Excuse me, not the politics. You always got to play office politics. You can't escape that. Now, I'm gonna do that on the next video about office politics. It's all a game. You got to play the game to play to win. There are winners and there are losers. Can you change your reputation? Yeah. Your reputation, if you're known for being a bad boy, yeah, you can change your reputation. That takes years. That takes years of building up trust in people. but it'll always be in your past, and people will look up your past. But I'm gonna move on to reputation. And the reason why I wanted to touch on reputation is because in the news, and I talked about it briefly about Dr. Umar and his follies. Now I didn't touch too much on it because it just seems to me that this guy has a reputation of scolding black men for even interacting with or dating or marrying snow bunnies. Now, I kind of agree with him on that because, listen, you can't be pro-black and want to hang around with snow bunnies. Can't be done. I halfway agree with him on that. So if you're out there dating snow bunnies, you got to make a choice, folks. I don't want you to be a Tom or anything like that. I know if I was unfortunate enough to find the love of my life who happens to be a snow bunny, I'm still going to be the same as I am today. Because you know why? Because the woman always follows the man's lead. She will be following me in my decision. And if I want to support black folks, damn it, we're going to be holding hands at the rally supporting my brothers and my sisters, whether you like it or not. But see, Dr. Umar, he also has a reputation of not getting things done. That's why I can't take this brother serious. He's more of a comedian than an activist to me. I can't take him serious. He's been talking about this school that he's building for the last 20 years. And he's talking about doing it with black dollars. Now, when that school opens up, it will be a grand opening. 6 months later, when the school year, end of the school year, there will be a grand closing. Why? Because of this man's reputation. This man is known for mixing business with pleasure. And then have the nerve to take the woman to court to try to strip her of her livelihood. Because you were having sex with this woman. And she believed that she was in a relationship with you, Dr. Umar. I know. But then again, like I said, like Coach Greg Adams said, women have sex with men for a variety of reasons. There's a reason. You gotta ask yourself, why is this woman dropping her drawers from you? What? No. Why? You gotta ask yourself that question. That's where game comes in, baby. You have to peep game on that. And Dr. Umar, he failed to peep game on a woman who out of nowhere, you just having sex with her, and out of nowhere, she wants to get next to your mom, to care for your mom, your sick mom. Since you up here saying that you did a better job taking care of your mother than any other home health aide. Now, if it was me, my mom, I wouldn't let no stranger come into my house, or my mother's house, to take care of her. Are you crazy? You kidding me? That's where family comes in. And being that he doesn't have a good relationship with neither of his baby mamas, doesn't have a good relationship with one of his daughters, came on a live talking about his daughter may have been deceased. That's the last thing I'm going to do is do a live. I'm going to find out what the fuck is going on. What happened to my child? Your child? Your mom? Mom is probably a grandmama. What happened? What happened, Dr. Umar? You spend so much time, man, being snow bunny. You have a fractured family. Other races, they have a family. They have a family dynamic. There is marriage, there is children, and there's family, an extended family. White folks have families. Asian folks have families. The salsa bunnies, they have families. Black Americans, fractured families. Baby mamas. Women not interested in getting married. They rather work a corporate job, get degrees and get a corporate job instead of taking a class on how to make a sandwich for you. Black woman's priority is not a man. And this is what Dr. Umar wants us as black men to come back to the community. He doesn't want passport bros to go out there. Well, we're not going to talk about that because passport bros, they're not really looking for wives. Come on. Some probably are, but come on. Really? Unless you're living out there unless you're living out in these countries for an extended period of time. And I'm not talking about Thailand, I'm not talking about the Philippines, I'm not talking about Colombia, definitely not talking about Brazil. Although I'm going to figure out a way to get my black ass down there. This winter. But nobody seems to want to talk about family in the black community. How are we going to rebuild our family structure? I mean, I remember when I was growing up, mom and dad was married. My grandmother and my grandfather on my father's side were married for a number of years. They had a large family. Hell, one of my relatives, he just got married to the love of his life. He turned his children's mother into a wife. And you know what I said to him at his wedding? Wedding? I said I was very proud of him. And I talked to both of them. I said, hey man, I'm proud of you and I'm proud of him. We're getting together and doing this damn thing, keeping your family together. Got a job, became a responsible man, a family man. His eldest is out in the Air Force right now, having a good goddamn time. Hopefully they'll become family men. Family men and women. That's how I can say that you're winning in life. If you have a family, you're winning in life. even if you don't have a family in life, if you have a circle of people that actually give a damn about you, you're winning. You have people that are looking out for you. You're winning in life. And this is what I want you to do. I want black men, I want all you brothers out there to have a good reputation about yourself. And I want y'all to win. Let's get off the internet for a minute. Let's get off for the internet for a minute, because anytime, including myself, I'm going to say crazy shit on the internet. These black women are saying crazy shit on the internet as well. But in real life, what's going on in real life? What's going on in your world? What's going on in the back of your world? What's going on in your backyard? See, things are not the same in Tupelo, Mississippi as it is in Bronx, New York. I tell fellas, if you want to get married, you got to get out of it. You got to get out of these big cities. You're not going to find a wife in New York City. I'm going to tell you right now. You're not going to find a wife in Chicago, LA, Boston, Third World, 8th Ward, Houston. With all the STDs going on around, STIs and STDs going on down there. Get out of that hood mentality and let's get back to family. Because that's what's missing in this. That's what's missing in Black American society. Everything is overrun by a matriarch, by a woman. And you look weak, black men. You look weak, man. You look weak if your woman's running you. You're just standing there looking crazy with your dick in your hand, like President Obama is. Now he's talking about every black man should have a gay friend. Going on his wife's stupid podcast with his idiotic brother, who should be trying to get a coaching job in basketball. Instead of running around with his punk ass sister and his punk ass brother-in-law. Got a lot of males, but not a lot of men. And I've been saying, I said that 10 years ago, and I'm still saying it right now. It's getting worse. There's not a lot of men out there in this world, especially in black society. Not a lot of men, whole lot of males, not a lot of men. Listen, I ain't gonna take up too much of your time. I got to turn in, and I got to get ready for it. And then got to get ready for my workout in the morning, and then hopefully I'll be back with the Balcony Chronicles. You think tonight was something? Let's see what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. With a cigar. But listen, this is talking. Listen, I'm going to be out of here. This is Talking Crazy, and I am out of here. Oh, Marquisha. Oh, wait a minute. Cousin, you caught me live. All right. You finally caught me live. All right. My cousin is on the live. I'm not going to tell you who they are. But, yeah, finally caught the live. Yes, I'm here. I'm here with my cigar and my 21-year-old scotch. Oh man, we got to talk later. All right, we got to talk. Give me a call whenever you get a chance. All right. Well, listen, I got to get on out of here. This is Talking Crazy 88, and I am out of here in Black Men. Let's be careful out there. All right.